Fuck, I need your attention for when that money got mine. If they ever took one on my niggas, then we got five. Niggas talking gang shit, but they ain't really outside. I don't play about the bread, niggas know I'm about mine. I'm the type to follow wherever it's screaming dollar signs. Shorty said she push a B, a gauge, bitch, I high five. I ain't talking about no playground, but you know that I slide. Ain't believe me, better go look for the last nigga who tried. My brother told me that I got it, really all I ever needed. My hard work, they never beat it, got me feeling undefeated. I done took the long route, Lord knows I never cheated. I be riding around with demons doing wrong to get squeezing. I'm a stand up nigga, best believe I'm never seated. For this money I been feeding, I been swimming in the deep end.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of the Top Rank Report, episode 6. I am Ledo Polo 626, and I am joined by
a man who wears many hats, and I don't know what I'm going to go by today. Is it Mr. Carter today? Is it Michael Outsider? For those who know, Donnie Shivani. Could it be Sugar Ray Tanay? What are we going by today, my brother? What's the name? I'll let you pick the name today.
I mean, shit, we promoters today, so we might as well be Mr. Carter and Ledo Polo. We might as well, because we gotta update the masses on a lot going on in the world of Top Rank, because we actually do have a lot going on, ladies and gentlemen.
Does that mean I have to do the voice of Mr. Carter, or I could just use my normal voice today?
No. We don't need you to take no, halls or, have any, tea sessions after these.
I appreciate that. I don't like talking in this voice all the time. I'd rather use my voice. So, all right, I'll be Mr. Carter today.
I don't use my gimmick voice either.
Do the gimmick voice one time. Do it for the people.
Well, but why you gotta ask me to do these things on command? I try to relax and have a good time. You did not just hear me right now.
I heard what you said.
I just said. Anyway.
No gimmick voices today. It's no frills, as they used to say back in the day. We got a lot of stuff to drop on y'all bulls. Missed y'all a lot. It's been a minute. I know y'all been waiting. We was initially supposed to drop License to Kill on July 29th. But, things happened along the way, so we had to delay it a little while. I thought it was only going to be like a 1 week delay, but, some things happen. I know y'all are hungry. Y'all are waiting. I know y'all need y'all fix, for all the messages I've been getting. People been messaging me. People been hitting me on the Twitter machine at y'all must have forgot. Make sure you follow me on Twitter. Go hit the CWS Instagram, which is called Wrestling Society. I'm on those way more than I'm on Facebook. So I know a lot of y'all still on Facebook. I don't be on that, John, a lot. But y'all been messaging me on Facebook, on Instagram, texting me. I know you want the show. I know you want it. I want to put it out. And I'm here to tell you when I'm going to put it out. And Ledo, do you think we should start the show with the date? We should just give them the date right away?
We got to, man. We got to feed the masses, man. Look, License to Kill will be coming out August 26th.
August 26th, baby. Saturday.
Oh, yeah.
100% guaranteed. August 26th. License to Kill is coming out. And we're going to go over the match card during this Top Rank Report. We're going to go over some of the angles. If y'all ain't been paying attention, we're going to go over some things and tell y'all what y'all could be looking forward to. We're going to get in the BWA. We're going to get in the XWE Cold Day from Hell. But August 26th, the world stops, baby. License to Kill. Allegiant Stadium, Las Vegas, Nevada. The show is being called by Michael Outsider, Booker V, Ledo Polo. And it's also being called by Michael Outsider and Heavy D. That's right. It's vintage. It's a big show. And everybody's going to get what they've been waiting for this show, and I guarantee it. I can't wait to see the feedback. But before we get to that business, Ledo, man, let's talk a little bit, man. Do you know this is our 15th anniversary doing call?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, taking a trip down memory lane, and see, I appreciate a lot of the new viewers, but I really appreciate the old viewers that's been with us, for a long time. And, it's funny because we were just talking about the 10-year anniversary show. We were like, 10 years, like you said, that was 2013. So, I mean, shit. Start doing the math. It's like, well, goddamn.
Well, we did the 10th anniversary to CWS, which is a very good episode, that Warzone, the 10th anniversary. I think that's episode 25. Don't quote me on it. I think it's the 25th episode, which is the 10th anniversary. We started doing CWS in 2011. So we did that show a couple of years ago, and it's a highly viewed show, highly liked show. If you didn't see the show, go tap in, because with that
episode
show,
25 came out.
It's episode 25, right? Good.
Yep,
Not bad for an old man. I could still remember some shit, right? But on that show, the nuance was we showed a lot of clips that happened within the 10-year span of our history. Now, when we say 15 years, y'all are going to go look at the dates of the show and go, wait a minute, the first show was in 2011. 15 years, that would be '08. Look, man, before I did CWS, I did another call show called World Call Wrestling. And I did that show for about a year and a half. And the gimmick of that was I did it every single Monday. This is when YouTube was uploading videos in parts. So before CWS, we had World Call Wrestling. And before World Call Wrestling, my first ever venture into call as far as making a show was Extreme Wrestling Federation, the EWF. And that show, I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I was holding my, at the time I had an LG Shine, phone, and I was holding the phone to the TV, recorded, SVR 08, SVR 09. I didn't know what a capture card was. These were all, secrets to the trade back then, unless you knew somebody who knew somebody, So to see where we were then and to be here now doing shows in 4K with Elgato and editing on a MacBook, I mean, we came a long way. I didn't know how to edit a video in Movie Maker back in the day. I didn't know how to make a thumbnail.
People were still using VHSs.
Yeah, we was using VHSs,
stuff, and that was the wave.
And then after I learned how to start sort of doing some things, I was recording it to my DVDs on Dazzle. I used to burn it to a DVD. Burn the DVD to my laptop. You know what I'm saying? And you just learn along the years, man. We went from holding a phone and the TV to Movie Maker to, I was using Dazzle and what's the video record? The one you was using, the editing, Pinnacle. I was using Pinnacle Studio.
Yeah, I was on Pinnacle.
I went to Hoppage, and that's because of my boy Brandon. My boy Brandon Brigante, he put me up on Hoppage back then because I didn't even know what a Hoppage was. I went to Hoppage. And I was editing then on Sony Movie Studio. And then from there, I got a Roxio, and I was editing on Sony Vegas. And then the rest is history. I finally got a MacBook. I got an Elgato, and everything's been up. But look, man, we came a long way. And, Ledo, Nathan, Envy, as we call you outsiders, you've been there with me every step of the way. I knew you before I even did a show. Yeah. How old do we feel?
Pretty old in the grand scheme of things. And, it may not look like it on paper, but it's like, when you've been familiar with call since like 06, 07, and when you put it into that concept, it's like, well, goddamn, the guy that put me on the call isn't even in the community.
Who put you on?
My cousin.
Oh, right. Oh, of course.
Yes, my cousin put me on the SMF. He's not even in the community. And he put me on. So it's like
his name, because this is about love, man. Shout out to Chris, man. Some of y'all know
shout out Chris.
Some of the people on the inside know him. He's inaugural to everything. Let me tell you, Chris is the first person, Envy's cousin, Ledo as y'all call him. I got to get used to calling you Ledo. That's what they call him. And people messaging me, hey, have you heard from Ledo? I'm like, Ledo? What the fuck? We call this fucking guy Envy. What the fuck? But anyway, so his cousin, Chris, actually discovered me when I was uploading my little call stuff, little videos here and there back in like 08, 07, 08. And then through his cousin, I got to meet Envy, and I got to meet the other cousin who's, look, man, one of my favorite people to ever grace this earth. Y'all know him as Matt Diesel. I know him as Sav. I'm not going to say the other names. We're going to save those other names. But, And it opened the door. Without Chris, I wouldn't know who you are. I wouldn't know Sav. I wouldn't know the other cousin, the the legendary Dro, who you guys have seen on BWA.
Oh yeah.
And this all goes back so long.
Stone General himself.
The Stone General. Why don't you talk to the people real quick about sort of where you started trying to make your first show? This is before BWA.
Oh man. Oh well. We done tried so many different takes. I mean, we originally had UWF, and you want to talk about gutter. You want to talk about this is where my quote unquote claim to fame originates from, because I was the PSP match in the first ever Call All Stars. You know, I helped come up with the name, and you know that's where that started. It didn't last.
Why don't we say that again for the people? What did you help do for that?
I helped make the name Call All Stars.
Do you get any credit for that?
No, because I'm not in that circle no more. But you know, I'm a part of the original
iteration.
Yes, the original iteration of Call All Stars.
It was basically your brainchild.
You could say that, yes.
See how people do you? That's cold, man.
It's all good. I mean, I don't.
That's not that we care, but that should be known. All these views and years later, and you don't get any of the credit for helping come up with a lot of that stuff. It's just a thing of homage, a thing of respect. It's like checking in. You know,
Yeah.
A lot of y'all youngsters don't understand what checking in means. Like when you hear a rapper say, I'm checking in, no, it's about respect. It's about I'm in your city. It's respect. That's all it is. Just like Call All Stars Convention, he helped come up. It's respect. We're not looking to be
and it's
part
really
of it.
crazy how we, you know, when you really think about that generation of Call, because back then that's when the SMFs and all that was popping. We were no names. We had no, you know, niggas didn't know who we were. You know
Absolutely.
what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So it's like to see those guys and some of those names still relevant today.
A lot of those guys still
in
are
the
relevant,
genre
man.
is kind of crazy to really think about it. But outside of that, we had another show that was on PS3 and PS2 that was XCL. That didn't last too long. That was during the 2010 era. We tried to do a 2011 era, but it didn't really land. And then that's when I decided to take a step back and try to focus more on being you know, a car wrestler and stuff. And then eventually the pandemic happened, and I had, first off, the idea for BWA was just a collection of multiple different ideas. I'm like, well, we could have I'm surprised there isn't a show out there just filled with rappers, or from back in the day, kind of like Def Jam, just, you know, more dramatized storylines for fuckery purposes. Then the whole idea of this drug connection, that was an idea. There's an
story
idea
came from addiction because Ledo does drugs. But anyway, go ahead, bro.
Man, get out of here. The idea of taking Call in a more cinematic direction. Just a couple of ideas that I wanted to implement in different spades, but it was just a melting pot of ideas that ended up becoming BWA, and trying to enforce that direction. We came a long way. We were actually using Hoppage for the first couple episodes of BWA. I was on a very primitive, extremely primitive setup.
I mean, y'all can see that shit, how it's letterbox. Like, he had to learn on the job.
I mean, granted, that was an idea.
Oh, that was an intention? I thought
that was somewhat of it, because I wanted to implement widescreen, but make it more. That's why I started playing with the ratios a little more. But with when I'm working with Filmora right now, I kind of don't have an understanding, because I tried to implement the same dimensions in the video as I would on the last edition of Pinnacle Studio, which is what I was on for the last 2 episodes I've been on Pinnacle Studio. I mean, on Filmora. Last couple episodes I was on Filmora. So if you were to see some type of a change, granted, the last chunk of what I did on episode 11, I believe, that was done on Pinnacle Studio. Then I had to bring the bulk of that into Fillmore because of an issue I was having with my laptop and stuff. But, you know, doing what we've been doing for so long, I mean, you know,
long.
Going through, you know, errors with your laptop and all of that, it's common functionality, unfortunately.
How many laptops you done had doing this shit?
Too many. I mean,
too many?
You know, if we start with, you know, Gateway and Toshiba, I was on a desktop for a little bit when I was doing XCL. I was doing it on a desktop, and I was doing it through Pinnacle. And see, the thing was being able to see the playback on your television and on your computer. I didn't have the playback on my television, so I had to see the playback through the computer. Now, depending on your computer, you're either going to get a bunch of still frames per second, or you're going to be able to perfectly see your playback through your computer. Luckily, I was able to do that, but today is a little iffy when it comes to doing that. But yeah, man, I mean, not to really bore everybody with the technical side of golf, but
the technical side is important because you gain an appreciation for what goes into this and the money. Like, you know, I started doing this on a PC. It was a house, you know, I think it was a Dell PC back in 2008. And then from there, I had got my first laptop, which was a Sony Vaio. And, you know, that had broke. I know Spinnernet is happy that it broke because I had the proof in there about the link that everybody saw. If you know, you know. So that broke. Then I got a Toshiba. I'm telling y'all, we never touching Toshiba again. My TV, I had a 4K. Man. I'm sorry. I had an 8K mounted on my wall with a Dolby Atmos soundbar. Shout out Kruger Gomez. Not Kruger. Wait, who says that? Yeah, it's Kruger Gomez, right? Was it Kruger Gomez who said that? The 8K? Or was that somebody else?
I don't want to misquote people.
I don't want to misquote people. But anyway, no. But so my Toshiba, it wasn't. I was a greenhorn when it comes to the technical details. Like, I bought the wrong type of laptop for video editing, and it was not for video editing when I bought that Toshiba, sorry. And, you know, it crashed on me. Then I had the Sony Vaio, that one that cost like $1,600 at the time.
Yeah, them shits was expensive.
So at the time, this is when Core i7 first came out. So I had Core i7, I had a terabyte, I had a 16 gigabyte RAM, like all this shit. You would think it's a gaming laptop. And I bought that shit for video editing purposes. And this is the first one I fucked up. I never told the story publicly, but I remember like it was yesterday. I was playing Madden against you, I think it was. If it wasn't you, it was the other dude who used to be around back in the day. And I had a Coca-Cola, open Coca-Cola. And I hit the can, and it spilled all on the keyboard and fucked it up. So
as soon as you said open can of Coke, I knew the rest.
At the time, I didn't know if I was more mad about the laptop or the Coca-Cola, but I was mad as hell. And I spent a lot of money on that fucking laptop. And then I'm like, you know what? Let's get a MacBook for the first time. That was 2014. I got a MacBook, and it was my original one. But again, I was being a cheap fuck, and I didn't. Because, you know, I had spent all that money on the Vaio. I'm like, I'm not about to spend all this money on a laptop. So I got that joint for like $700, $800. So obviously, it only had like 500 gigs on it. And, you know, I was running into problems. So then I got this new MacBook I'm on now. Terabyte, Core i7, Anyway, the point of us saying all that is over the years, we done spent money. I'm talking systems. I got the yellow light of death or my P3, you know, corrupted memory. We done been through it, man. Lost channels, lost content. Like
the horror stories.
The horror stories. And it's like, I wish that y'all could see World Call Wrestling when I had it on my original channel before the channel had went down. I wish. Oh yeah, it was a fun time. I'm glad y'all don't see EWF because my voice was like really high back then.
So, some of those episodes, I believe you had some of those episodes. You remastered one of them, right?
Yes. I have a remastered episode of WCW, but no, see, that's the second iteration of WCW.
Oh yeah,
see, that's the comeback. We had stopped doing CWS in about 2015, and I bought WCW back for about three Nitros, 3 Thunders, but people were messing with it, but the overall vibe, people wanted CWS back.
Yeah.
They just weren't ready to. And it was literally like the same show, sort of, but it was just formatted a little differently. But people had grown
a little more Russo element.
It was very Russo-y, just like the original WCW run I did. But people, since 2011 to 2015, they had fallen in love with CWS, and they wanted that back. So I bought it back, for a little while before we went on our one of many hiatuses. But I say all that to say we've been in the game. Y'all might see some of the original run of WCW because I had moved last year and I found in my attic, I had a box of all the DVDs that I used to burn to my laptop. And this MacBook I'm on has a disk drive. So I can burn it and y'all can see the episodes. The problem is it's the raw file. So I would have to re-edit it and do new commentary. So it's not going to be exactly the same, but at least you guys get to see the characters and the way cars looked like, NTG back then, Nathan Roberts back then. Jeff when we had him back then, DJ Styles, these are old names now. Ice Dude, y'all don't know these guys, but they're really old names. And to those guys of the past that I just mentioned, those specifically, I want to say thank you. The Rebel 426, they were Justin Brooks. You know what I'm saying? A huge part.
Especially Justin Brooks.
Yeah, they were a huge part of the inaugural run we did years ago before this run of CWS that you all know. I am going to I know it's going to shock you. I will say salute to Sean Walsh. I will say that because I never had an issue with him. And he was a big part of what we used to do a long time ago. I know I'm not going to say thank you to the other guys, though. It is what it is. I don't like them. They don't like me. And that's how it's going to be. But Sean Walsh is the only one on that side that I will say thank you for being a big part of things in the past. Caleb Blair, you deserve a thank you. Travis Sparks, who was Sabu TNA Forever back then. Thank you for being the inaugural world champion of CWS and a big part of why I became a YouTuber because I appreciated another TNA fan from Jersey who was black doing his thing, and it just inspired me to do that. Wrestling Jesus, Johnny Thunder for back in the day. I want to say thank you to you. It's been a great 15 years. Anybody you want to give a thank you to for the past 15 years? Maybe more so from the old days who's not around anymore that you can say that obviously we don't have.
Honestly, everybody that you just mentioned, I mean, for the most part, that was around back in the days. Like I said, especially guys like Justin Brooks and your DJ Styles and your
Game File 171.
Game File,
that was my guy, man.
Yeah, Brad Ice, Mike Harris, you know what I'm saying? Guys like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Give a salute to some of the OGs who's not around anymore. It's been a long time, man. And in these 15 years, man, I want to say to you, thank you for being loyal, man. You have been with me all these times, man, like through thick and thin. You never turned against me when everybody else did. Well, not everybody. A lot of other people abandoned the ship. A lot of people did over the years, and you haven't. So I want to make sure in my Nori voice, I want to give you your flowers while you can still smell. You've been ride or die with me. I've been ride or die with you. We two red-nosed pits in the dog pit fighting, scratch and claw and trying to get to what we getting to. And this is on some life brother shit. And, I just want to say thank you for being a true ride or die. Thank you to Vaughn for being a true ride or die.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
It's funny. I was just telling Vaughn that we're dinosaurs because we've been in this shit forever. And Vaughn said, nah, y'all aliens. Dinosaurs die. Aliens don't. And I like that shit. I do call myself the Space Invader. And y'all would know that if you follow me on Twitter, by the way. Y'all must have forgot. We're going to spam that motherfucker. Matt Diesel, Sav, the ultimate ride or die, my ultimate brother. This life and the next one. Triple A, as y'all know him, Amir, that's my guy. Mm-hmm. He is such a positive. It's nice to see someone that's not negative and so positive about things. And over like a motherfucker, by the way. Over like a motherfucker.
Oh, yeah.
Mike, I want to give a special thanks to Mike. Y'all knew him as Lil Mikey. He's known me for a long time. Back to 2009, I'm talking when I used to wear my CM Punk hats making videos and shit, and he used to have an afro. Like, it goes back. We go way back. Anybody else I want to thank? I don't want to leave nobody out now because now I'm saying names. So if I forget somebody, I'm going to get an angry text like, you mentioned all these people, didn't mention me. Oh, Brandon, my boy Brandon, the TEW master, man. He, you know, that motherfucker deserves to have a call show, and he's never made one. So, you know, if you see a show called PXW down the line, just know that shit was in development hell for 20 years.
Yeah.
Who else? Anybody I'm forgetting? Envy, help me, please. I don't want to forget nobody.
What about Khan before you?
Oh my gosh! See, thank you, yo, the Khan. Salute to you, Khan. Much love to you. You know something? You've been around almost as long as I have. You weren't there in the very beginning. You know, from pretty much, you know, 07 through, I want to say like 2011, 2012, but you came around and you've been around ever since. We've had our ups, we had our downs, but I know you are a genuine brother to me, brothers for life. And you have tried so hard to put out your own style of entertainment all these years with XWE, XCW. And what I like about you, and I like a lot about you, but I like that you stick to your guns, your creative vision. For your, I'm only talking booking style. For your Russo, I'm very Bischoff. You know what I'm saying? And unlike those two, we have made it work. So I want to give love to Khan. And, you know, before we move off of this milestone of 15 years, do you have any favorite moments you want to discuss in 15 years? And those moments could be anything, man. I want to hear some random shit. It could be a time we was gaming and something happened. It could be a specific video we made on YouTube.
Oh man, we talking about
call
shit
show,
like
anything.
That,
Give me some of your favorite moments.
Just all those memories of just, you know, playing those matches on WWE 12 with all those gimmick ass motherfuckers at 100 overalls and shit.
Nigga made JR and
Vince McMahon with the pink on and shit. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like niggas just trolling. Like, come on, man, it's ridiculous. Like, what can we do? Yeah, all those times we did. You know what I'm saying? The Rumble matches and shit.
Those Rumble matches, them alliances used to be crazy, man.
Oh yeah. Even the stuff that we're doing now, because the thing is, I just really appreciate what we're doing now, because you and me, we talk about stuff so much. Like we have like big plans. We want to spin this shit and turn this into like, you know, some real shit. You know what I'm saying? Like we really trying to do that. So it's like the memories that we making now is just really. And that's what we find crazy, how this is the best run, in my opinion, that we've ever had. By a mile. It's crazy, because I didn't think that would be, like, years ago. I thought it was the best run we were having, like, you know, that 2013, 12, like, those days, I thought that was the best run we were having by a mile compared to, you know, the previous shit we was doing before that. And I can tell y'all, what we're doing now is miles ahead of what we used to. And that's because what we're trying to do is beyond the format in which we've been quote unquote contained in, which is Call. We're not trying to do Call. We're trying to do a actual other form of entertainment. You know what I'm saying? And with that approach, with that structure, it's just been nothing but, you know, good things that we've been trying to do. And we can only get better, and that's what's really key here and all this. So 15 years crazy for you crazy fucks. It ain't gonna be 15 more now. I'll tell you that much. What we got left, we gonna enjoy this ride for sure. 110%. Enjoy the time we have left, because it's gonna be one hell of a narrative. One hell of a ride, too. We have a lot left, man. We have a lot left in the tank, but you know, I want people to understand this, and I want y'all to hear it from me. Appreciate what's going on right now. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate it, because, look, man, we've been in this for a long time, a long time. And although we've had breaks in between, you know, for instance, you know, I had stopped doing Call pretty much full time in 2017, and I didn't do anything until 2021. So I had a nice long break. So we've had breaks, but you know, as we get older, it's more challenging to do this now because of, you know, we're not high school kids no more, bro. We are grown men. Oh yeah. I'm 31 now, bro. I started doing this shit when I was 15. So that should tell you that
time has definitely passed. And I'm not here to say we're ending it right now, obviously, because that would be a lie. But I'm here to tell you, I'm guaranteeing you there's not another 15 years. There's not another 10. There's not another 5. So people need to take advantage of what we're doing now and join us in getting it all out, I should say. Because, you know, what I do want to tell y'all, man, once we're out, we're out. And you know, this run right now really was about, other than COVID happening, because that's pretty much what was the catalyst to get us back doing this, and Khan inspiring me to do this again when I was burnt out and done. We want to get everything that we wanted to get done years ago done now. That's how Never Say Never Again happened. That's how Booker V, Ledo Polo, and Michael Outsider doing commentary happened. I have a surprise commentator doing an episode of Warzone with me soon. Y'all will see. We're still going to do that old school episode. Worldwide is coming. Everything that we wanted to do years ago, we're getting it done now. So please, guys, take advantage. If you want to join CWS, or if you want to do certain storyline things, don't be shy to ask me, because, you know, when it ends, I don't want people telling me what we should have done when it was going on. Take advantage now. Tomorrow is not promised at all. And we got to take advantage of shit while we're here. And not to sound that dramatic, and or here as an able, you never know. Somebody's situation can change, man. Somebody can get a second job. Somebody can get, you know, a kid. It happens, man. You know, you don't know. A tragedy could happen. Anything can happen that makes this end, other than the intentional end date that we have planned, which we do have one planned. So I'm saying all that to say, cherish these moments. We've been in this for 15 years. 15 years ago, I did not see us doing this 15 years later. I didn't see us doing it a year later back then. Not even 5, nonetheless fucking 15. So that's my little heartfelt message to y'all watching this. And now that we got, you know, leave the memories alone down, and, you know, I will never retire in Orlando and all that good shit out the way, let's get into this License to Kill. Let's get into BWA. Let's get into XWE. And Ledo, I'm going to let you navigate.
Oh, I mean, you know, I think we should probably break down this License to Kill card before we get over to the 12th edition of the Super Show, bitch.
Okay. So, License to Kill. From Allegiant Stadium, Las Vegas, Nevada. August 26th. Make sure you're there. Be there or be square. Yeah. It's a huge card. In no particular order, right? No particular order. We do have the ultimate grudge match. Trey Jeter, Jason Ramirez. Ladder match. The winner gets a guaranteed #1 contender shot at the World Middleweight Champion. Whoever that may be. The World Middleweight Championship is going to be defended later in the show. So one of those guys are going to get a shot. We don't know who. Now let's address the elephant in the room. Jason Ramirez still has that #1 contender shot for up to a year for the Super Championship. He can cash that in whenever he wants to. So let's say he was win this match. That means he gets 2 shots now. But the only difference is that World Middleweight Championship opportunity is for the very next CPV, which will be Halloween Havoc 5, Tales from the Hood. So it's not like the Super Championship match where he gets a year to cash it in. No, he has to have that match immediately at the next pay-per-view. Okay? So I want to make that clear. So that's the ultimate grudge match. How we got there, if y'all were watching, you saw Trey Jeter beat the holy fuck out of him with a baseball bat. Almost NTG style that he did on Kells. But, you know, NTG just did with a little more swag because he just liked that, you know. And I'm not just saying that because I am saying that. I'm saying that because it is what it is, baby. So, ultimate grudge match. Ladder match. Trey Jeter, Jason Ramirez. Thoughts on that match, Ledo?
Hey, man. If somebody beat the shit out of me with a baseball bat, I want vengeance. So, that's going to be a good old brawl, and I'm expecting there to be some color. I'm honestly expecting there to be a lot of color on this card.
Well, there are a lot of Negroes, so there's going to be a lot of color.
Wow.
All right, moving on. No Limits Championship is back, baby.
Oh, yes.
We will fight to the end. We will bleed to the end.
The top-ranked No Limits title. Now, I know you're saying, well, that's a BWA
Exactly.
belt.
Educate the people. Get them the education, my nigga.
As we all know, in current times, BWA is defunct. So, that doesn't mean that any belt that was previously in BWA has to stay that way. Now, the No Limits title, I'm going to break it down for y'all so y'all can understand. For the people who aren't familiar with how we do things here in BWA, the No Limits title is a belt that anybody can win it. I could win it. You could win it. Michael Outsider can win it. Shit, who else can win it?
Carl Mansfield can win it. Oops.
Well,
can't get into that. Can't get into that.
This is a funny story with him. Let's just say anybody can win that belt. So we haven't necessarily announced who's going to be there. 2 surprise opponents, but the caveat in all of this is that belt is always contested under 24/7 rules at every CPV. So that means throughout the whole night, you got to keep your eyes on the swivel in the back of your head, wherever the fuck you keep them shits, because anybody can and will come after that belt.
So are you saying to me that whoever wins the title might not be leaving with the title when all said and done?
Nope.
You gotta sign me up for that. I can't wait to see that match, or those matches, I should say. And wait a minute.
Yeah.
If it's 24/7 rules, does that mean these matches can happen anywhere?
Oh yeah. You could.
So if I win the title, exactly. If I win the title and I decide to leave the arena, walk to the bodega, I'm going in there to get me, the Jersey style, the Taylor ham, egg, and cheese. It's not pork roll. Fuck South Jersey. It's Taylor ham, egg, and cheese. Anyway. And a nigga see me in the store, he can hit me upside the head with a grape soda and pin me and take the belt. That's what you're telling me?
Yep.
Oh, this is going to be must-see TV, baby. I can't wait to see this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Top rank, No Limits Championship, baby. There are no limits when it comes to this gold. Do you feel me knocking?
Let him in.
Then you got to let me in, baby. I can't wait for that. And if you thought that sounded crazy, oh, baby. The lightweight division is here and it's popping. Yes, sir. The inaugural lightweight championship is going to be crowned in TLC situation, baby. That's right. It's going to be 8 competitors. And I'm not going to name all the guys, but I will name a couple because there are some surprises and we're not going to spoil it and blow the load. Pause. Do I got to pause
you gotta
that?
pause that.
All right, pause. We're not going to blow it all. But here are some of the names in the match. We have Next Gen, Chris Hinton. He's being groomed to be that guy. Could Chris Hinton go in here and shock the world on his first pay-per-view and win the inaugural lightweight championship? We'll have to see. Pride of the Ukraine, Dmitry Lomachenko, is finally debuting in Call Wrestling Society, and we've been hearing about this guy. He has 3 Olympic gold medals. He has over 8,000 amateur matches. He is ready to come here and show us that Ukraine will not be faded. We also have veterans like Keenan Hoon in this match, and we're also going to get a look at a brand newcomer in Kobe Rage. Now, the other 4 contestants, you're going to have to tune in to the pay-per-view on the 26th. Ledo Polo, what you thinking?
Oh, there's going to be a lot of high-flying, over-the-top action. 8 lightweights trying to get that belt above everybody's head. Take your pick. It's going to be tough. It's going to be hard to put money on that. So you might want to go hit up PD Pyro and put up your parlay on BUSR.
Yeah, there you go. On BUSR, get to your bag, you know what I'm saying? And whatever you win, don't forget Mr. Carter, because I get a cut of everything anyway. I'm signing the checks.
Wow.
And we moving on. Now, we want to talk bad blood, you want to talk guys who want it, we have introduced a brand new light heavyweight championship. And it's going to be in the blue corner from Manchester, England, the former CWS Super Champion, Rudo Lewis Stevens. And in the red corner, you're going to have the former CWS International Champion, Chicago Badass Rockstone. And the winner of this match becomes the inaugural CWS Light Heavyweight Champion. And now, both of these guys in this match, it's funny that they're in this match because both of these guys have so much bad blood with the 1%. What do you think about this
More
match?
specifically, NTG.
More specifically, NTG and Von Hollywood when it comes to Rudo.
Yeah.
What do you think about, and Matt Diesel when it comes to Rockstone? Yeah, the 1%,
Yeah.
but I can see why it would be more NTG. What do you think about these two being placed in a match? Do you think it's a coincidence? Do you think it's strategy? And I also heard that Rudo Lewis Stevens has officially signed with Glazer Wrestling as Mick Glazer, senior insider and an executive matchmaker, is now going to serve as his advisor. So please,
we all know how he got in this light heavyweight title situation. But Rockstone is an interesting case because, see, he lost that international title. Did he ever get his chance to get that shot back? I don't believe so. So, him going after the light heavyweight title is definitely a different way to carve his niche into CWS, and also, holding a belt that the 1% won't have. So, either way that works out. Now, who's going to win between these two? It's going to be tough. See, both men, it's hard to put them down. See, people don't remember when Rudo and Nathan Roberts had that brawl during the whole entire episode of Warzone, throughout the whole entire arena. Well, Rockstone, somebody tried to kill him, and he's still around. He's still alive and kicking.
Both of these motherfuckers can't be faked. I'll tell you that much.
So it's going to be a highly contested, high difficulty. It's not going to be no regular, squash match. That's going to be tough.
I tell you, both of them, they need to win. Both of these guys need to win.
Oh, yeah.
This is a 50-50 fight. The winner of this match becomes a 2-division world champion. So it's like, look, man, this can go either way. I don't know who's going to win this match, but this is one of those matches that the betting odds, I don't know how it's going to be. Then we moving along. The rematch, part 2. Halloween Havoc 4, The Curse of Thorn. Go check that show out. It's one of my favorite shows personally. Please do check it out. The Curse of Thorn is going to have the first match that you all saw, and now it's a rematch for the Grand Championship. The Fallen Ghoul, AJ Jenkins, is going to be taking on Denny Johnson with his advisor, manager, a spiritual advisor, I will say, Ash Dasher with him. And AJ Jenkins is also going to have Phoenix. Denny Johnson being a man of his word, granting AJ Jenkins a rematch. AJ was the champion. He lost it. How he lost it was, controversial. It had a lot to do with sacrificing, and now he's getting his shot at redemption. So how do you see this one going? What's your thoughts on that?
Well, unfortunately, whenever Phoenix is around, some weird supernatural bullshit is almost certainly will follow behind him. So I don't know who's going to take that. It's going to be up in the air, but I am kind of leaning towards AJ Jenkins, me personally. If I was a betting man, that's who I would put my money on BUSR and put that money up.
All right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we're getting to the shit now.
Hey.
Time has arrived. 1-on-1 for CWS World Middleweight Championship. The Gatekeeper, the Solution, the System, AAA will be taking on Nathan Roberts. Nathan Roberts will be defending that championship, and in a deal that AAA made with Mr. Carter, if any Cash Cartel member runs in on this match, AAA is going to be immediately granted the World Middleweight Championship. Nathan Roberts is going to have to go out there and defend his gold without Lee the Man Beast or Dion Traps. And AAA has the advantage in that because who knows? Maybe the Leaders of Tomorrow can run down. That doesn't sound like it's been a stipulation rejected in this match. So this is a big match, a huge match, and I want your take on this match.
Well, look, man, the box is closing in on Nathan Roberts. This is the first time in a long time we've seen Nathan Roberts backed into a corner. And, you know, these days, not like the old days, but these days, whenever his wall is backed into the corner, you know, I think it's about time he's folding. You know, these people are very anxious. These people are very, very angry. I feel like if Nathan Roberts was to somehow get this victory, the world will riot. The world will be mad because the world is pulling for AAA. But, big but, everybody can pull for the hero, but the hero made a deal with the devil. How does all of that play out? What is Mr. Carter? Maybe Mr. Carter might pull some strings and maybe, you know, a couple other things might happen. We don't know. But I do know this. If Roberts wins, the world will riot.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. Roberts, he's seen the fans turn on him pretty much at a rapid pace. You know, fans were starting to boo him a little bit at Under Siege, but Halloween Havoc 4, the fans completely did a 180 on Nathan Roberts, and ever since then, he's been met with Dominic Mysterio level boos. So I think that if Nathan Roberts does somehow retain his belt, everybody needs to look at the live feed.
100%. And it's ironic because AAA, along with Rockstone, in my opinion, has become, you know, somewhat of a positive face for the fans, you know, outside of the 1%, of course. I feel like those are the two people on the roster that get the most appreciation. So Nathan Roberts has put himself in a very bad predicament. You want to piss off the world, which, I mean, he's fine with that. I know for a fact he won't mind that. But if he wants to piss off the world and troll the world, he beats AAA cleanly.
Oh yeah, that'll shock the system, baby. If they thought Shock was shocking, that's gonna be Slick the Shocker. And now we're moving into our co-main event, ladies and gentlemen, at the Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, Nevada. Destiny. Last man standing. Bod's Blood, as they call him in the chat, with his name I learned is the Bod. It's going to be the Bod taking on reigning, defending CWS World Heavyweight Champion Matt Diesel. Matt Diesel won that championship from Black Jesus Neath Hinton at Under Siege, and he defended that championship in a submission match against Mark Angle. So he's a defending champion. He's running from no smoke, but I don't know. Did this time he bite off a little more than he could chew with this 6'7" nightmare we don't know anything about? We don't know where he's from, who his mom is, who his daddy is, if he made him in a lab, if he a human. We don't know nothing about him.
He hasn't even said a word.
He hasn't said a word. We just know that he breaks people. So what are your thoughts on this match?
Well, the Bod has the chance to basically shock the world here and really do a number to Matt Diesel. But Matt Diesel, in my opinion, if there was a most improved, if there was a a trophy or something of that caliber within Top Rank, I feel like Matt Diesel should win that. I feel like his level of competition has increased so much over the course of the last year or so. I mean, it's going to be tough, but don't be surprised if the world champion could actually squeeze one out. Pause.
Yeah, you gotta pause that. If I had to pause getting a load off, you gotta pause squeeze one out. So,
oh yeah. Oh yeah.
We keep receipts around this bitch.
Oh yeah.
My voice just cracked there. Ladies and gentlemen, don't smoke. And if you do, pass it to me. Ladies and gentlemen, now we're
I'm about to
getting.
roll up right now.
Oh, there you go. Hold on while I blaze. You want to do a hold on while? Anyway, ladies and gentlemen. Wait a minute. Smash the like button. Get the likes all the way up. Wipe your feet before you come inside. Ring my doorbell before you walk in my house. Get the likes all the way up. Let's work. Smash the like button. But besides that, we're here, ladies and gentlemen, and it's time for the main event, ladies and gentlemen. The dream match. The first ever undisputed heavyweight champion will be crowned. A match that they said would never happen has happened. How we got here was Mr. Carter forced NTG to go on a gauntlet defending all three of his belts or challenge the other heavyweight champion and try to combine everything for one winner. NTG picked that after the series of events that led to him getting shot, him feeling that Von Hollywood didn't have his back, and Von Hollywood took it because he wants to shut up all the noise and prove to everybody who the greatest of all time truly is. This is a huge match, a big money fight. Both of these guys, by the way, signing their new 6-year, $350 million contract, all guaranteed. They signed on the dotted line, and they also signed a deal where they will each be making in excess of $50 million guaranteed. Now, when it comes to the split, I don't know about who got what. I hear it's pretty close to 50-50 and 50-50 on the back end, depending on the buys. So these guys are definitely making a lot of money for this match. Von Hollywood, NTG, all championships on the line, and the championships are as follow. Von Hollywood's top rank heavyweight championship. NTG's Super Championship. CWS International Championship. And Top Rank's Franchise Championship. The winner will be considered the first ever undisputed heavyweight champion in history. Now, these guys are both still the tag team champions, and those belts are not on the line. And from what I've been hearing from Mick Glazer, whoever wins this match will be forced to either defend all those titles, hold the undisputed championship, name, or the winner can drop some of the belts and be considered the undisputed lineal champion, which means he's considered the champion until he's beaten. To avoid sanctioning fees, it may be wise to drop the belts, but I talked to NTG, I talked to Von Hollywood. They have no intention of dropping the belts. They have every intention of defending every single one of those belts. Von Hollywood, top dog, leader of the free world. Big Fish, TGE, NTG, undisputed, Allegiant Stadium, Ledo Polo. Give me your surefire take on this match.
Well, I truly believe that when this is all said and done and this is a closed chapter, I truly believe that this is going to be a main event that's going to go down in the ages, because this is history. We're literally witnessing history. First time undisputed in CWS, and I mean, between two of some of the biggest names we got going on today, I mean, it's going to be tough. It's hard to put your money on one person specifically. So maybe, you're better off betting on some of the side things, like who's going to land the first, punch or whatever. That's why you can do that on BUSR.com. Anyway, but nah, man, I mean, this is the biggest, and as you can see, the demand is high. People been asking. This is the event with the most demand I've seen in a long time as far as CWS is concerned. So, it's just hard to pick who's going to win. I still don't know who's going to win, man. And with Mr. Carter there, I mean, that's a whole other variable. He's an enforcer. So I feel like he's going to make sure that somebody wins. There has to be a winner here, ladies and gentlemen. It's not going to be no, false finish or nah, somebody has to win. So I don't know who. That's just the problem. I really don't.
The amount of money these guys are making, I mean, signing that new $350 million contract where it's fully guaranteed, and then both of them getting upwards of $50 million guaranteed upfront for this match, and then splitting the back end. These guys are pretty much walking away with $500 million after all this is said and done. And that's not even counting all the money they've already made in their career. And NTG owning a nightclub and a casino, Von Hollywood owning a movie studio, both of them being involved in 5-Star Records that's owned by Matt Diesel. I mean, did these guys clean up or what?
Clean up is an understatement. I mean, you want to talk about sanctioning fees. I think they can afford the sanctioning fees, ladies and gentlemen. I think they're going to be well past that. This is going to be one of those ones for the ages. And like I said, there has to be a winner. Who do y'all think is going to win? Leave it in the comments.
To NTG.
Because we read our comments.
Oh, we read our comment section. To NTG, this match is personal. He blames Von Hollywood for the shooting. And to Von Hollywood, it's also personal because he's in a case now and he feels like NTG leaked that information. I mean, I've seen them on social media. They both look to be in phenomenal shape. They're both promoting this fight like never before. I mean, I saw Von Hollywood on Facebook talking about when the bell rings, he's gutting and filleting the big fish. He's throwing the biggest fish fry in Vegas. I mean, I saw that and I just started cracking up, Then you had NTG talking about he's going to put a muzzle on the top dog, starve him, send him over to Michael Vick, torture the little pup.
Oh,
saying
man.
He can't reel him in. He going to need a submarine to reel in Moby Dick. They've been promoting the hell out of this fight. I mean, you just look at everything they've been posting on social media. NTG in the gym training with Jake Paul. Von Hollywood in Thailand training with Izzy. I mean, this is just getting crazy, man. These guys are really ready for this match. And that's what I like to see, professionalism. Even Von Hollywood rented out an entire Planet Fitness. What are fish going to do when they get on land? That's the question. If he's the big fish, what happens when you get on land? Huh? That's a question that Von Hollywood raised. But how about when the top dog gets put out back and treated like, old Yeller? Maybe Cujo thinks he's a top dog, but really he's a little chihuahua. I don't know, ladies and gentlemen. But this pay-per-view is going to be one of the ages. We have the Dream Match. We have Destiny. A Moment in Time. License to Kill. Get this show on pay-per-view August 26th. It's going down in Vegas. And we have all kinds of musical performances, celebrities, and surprises in store.
I got front row seats, do you?
According to Mick Glazer, both champions have a special entrance for the main event. And you will not want to miss this one. So, ladies and gentlemen, once again, License to Kill, August 26th. Be there, be square. Now, Mr. Polo, next topic.
Well, we have a whole other card to break down, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take a trip back in time. Oh, yeah. 2004. So, let's take a quick pause before we break down this episode 12 card. For y'all who don't know, Nathan Roberts was accused of murder.
He's a murderer, Nino.
Oh, shit. Pretty huge bombshell to drop. Now, I know everybody can put 2 and 2 together.
Does that equal 4?
He's obviously not in jail. Perhaps. He's obviously not in jail right now. So how the hell did we get there? Well, we'll see how that leads. Since Nathan Roberts is locked up, let's just say there's other guys that's running the show. Yes. Ron Layfield is running the show right now.
Corporate gangster.
The corporation is in full control or is he? Because somebody from the board pays him a visit. I'm not going to say who, but you'll be seeing that commercial on the 26th. Just put it that way. You'll figure it out.
Interesting.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Why don't we go over the card and I react to it the way you reacted to the License to Kill card? Ooh, we're
okay. There
was a joke to make there, but I don't know if I want to make it.
Wow.
We're flipping here. It was your turn. Now it's my turn. You guys read it how you want to read it to it. No homo. Anyway, go ahead.
Fuck. Anyway,
sometimes you gotta make a joke, baby. Come on, get the likes up. This energy we're giving y'all, like Ledo. When we ever like? When we got this energy on this show? Like, I think we're giving them good energy, right? We're giving them a good show today.
Great energy. Hell yeah.
They might say, "Am I drunk? Am I high?" No, I'm high off of life, baby. I'm high off of life. I'm high because this show is coming out. Both of these shows, all three of these shows, actually, because we got a third show to talk about.
Oh yeah, don't forget XWE.
Exactly. But
WE's
please do.
Back.
XWE is back, baby. But please do.
Back to the Super Show, bitch.
Yeah, there you go. Go over that card.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
So open the show. We have two surprise entrants going at it. And an eliminator for the BWA North American title. A belt that, who knows, maybe Top Rank might very well revive nowadays.
Ooh, more gold.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of North American title, we have another eliminator. X Factor, also known as the X Factor, taking on Lloyd Banks.
I'm on fire. Up in here. Burning hot. I'm on fire. Yeah.
On the road to the first ever CPV4 BWA.
Well, I like X Factor for that match. I'm just saying. I like X Factor for that match, but Lloyd Banks, if he brings out Tony Yayo, maybe if he has some help from Curtis Jackson, he might be able to pull that one out. But the X Factor, he lit.
You've been handling shit behind the strings. You've been, him and
I seen him in Joe Crack. Yeah, I seen him in Crack. Yeah. They was getting.
That was when they had beef. They squashed it nowadays, but back then they had beef. This is every episode we've been putting out. Remasters trying to relive the classics of the golden era of BWA before we get into the shit. Now, 4-man turmoil, which a turmoil match is a fancy word for a multiple man match. A 4-man turmoil is a 4-man battle royal where the only way you can eliminate your opponent is to successfully pin them, and it falls count anywhere as well. That's another caveat to the turmoil match.
Get the out of here! All those stipulations in one match. Holy fuck! Y'all gotta watch this show.
We're gonna have a couple of debuts here. And the winner of this match also gets a No Limit title shot on the next episode, which will be episode 13.
Coming out in 2025. No, I'm fucking with you. Go ahead. Wow. He's going to get tired of with him.
Big Tonka. Oh Evil. Jose Perez.
Shit. Oh, Lord have mercy.
Everybody knows. And the debuting Grant Wallace.
Well, I'm going to tell y'all, just because, I'm from Jersey. We love the Bronx, so I'm going to shout out Big Jose Perez. You know what I'm saying? That's who I'm going for. You know what I'm saying? He doing it for, what he doing it for. I ain't even got to over-talk it. Tell the people where they can find this episode, by the way. Tell the people.
Yes. You can find this episode of BWA, as you can find almost every episode of BWA, because episode 3 is on his channel. YouTube.com/Ledo Polo 626. That is where you can find all of this BWA goodness. Also, Crisis will be in a tag team match, taking on a surprise tag team.
The Undertaker!
Let's see who that is, perhaps.
No? Oh, okay.
Maybe. Von Dynamite. Will be taking on X-Pac. Also known as Six-Pac. Also known as Shit-Pot.
Look, man, I don't know who to pick in that match. See, my man Von Dynamite.
Non-title match.
It's non-title? Okay, see, I'm glad for that little detail. Now I gotta change my trajectory of that well, let's see. I don't know. He's out of sight. But then again, them kicks from 6-Pac, once he gets you with that, I mean, it's pretty much lights out. 1, 2, 3, like the 1, 2, 3.
And I know everybody's asking what's going on. Wait a minute. What happened to Super Steve? Listen, Super Steve is going to be handling some business for a certain somebody on the roster known as the Boss Man. I think you can put two and two together who that is.
Well, because the fans want Super Steve. He's over like Rover.
Yeah, so that's why you have Mr. X-Pac over here taking care of the business with Super Steve and Von Dynamite ass. Those two are ready to fight at In Your Hood Violent Tendencies for the light heavyweight title. So this should be real interesting. And in the main event, the rematch the world was waiting for. NTG Matt Diesel for the BWA World Heavyweight title. This time, hopefully, there's no shenanigans, there's no BS, no disqualifications.
I like Matt Diesel for that. I feel like Matt Diesel got a raw deal, so I like Matt Diesel for that.
Some would argue Matt Diesel got holed out of being BWA World Champion. There was a lot of controversy surrounding what happened at Live at Gillette. That was a special episode we did, episode 7. Tune into that. It was a very special episode. That was where in the main event it took place. Lead the Band Beast had actually interfered in that match and had helped cost Matt Diesel by drawing first blood. Some people felt like it was a robbery. This time there will not be a chance for robbery because somebody has to be the next BWA World Champion. All on the road to BWA In Your Hood Violent Tendencies, the final episode, aka the final season finale of season 1. That's it. Because then after that, we will be heading to the 06 through the 08 years of BWA in terms of remastering. In 06 to 08, well, let's just say it is one hell of a ride, but we will get there when we get there. So, episode 12, Heat in Here. You can look for it. Should be coming out around the time of License to Kill. Not before, a little after, but it should be around the same time frame. There's no direct date as of now, but it should be around the same time frame. Look for it on youtube.com/Ledo Polo 626. That's right.
Make sure you all tap into that. We are going to have the BWA channel link pinned in our pinned comments. There you can find the BWA channel, the CWS Instagram, my Twitter, his Twitter, the Facebook group page where you get all updates as they're happening. Also on YouTube, y'all be sure to check these, what they call community posts. We post a lot of updates on there. So y'all want to tap in and show some love and be sure to leave comments, questions, concerns, feedback, and we're going to get back to you because, as Ledo said earlier, we do read our comment section.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's transition across the street to the third brand of Top Rank, XWE. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a long time in the making, but XWE is back, baby, and it's back in full effect. Cold day in hell. When I tell you, it's going to be a huge return to form like you've never seen. I guarantee it. We have huge matches, huge surprises. And you know what? I could just leave it all in the air and let you all sort of wait and see when it's coming out. But that's not the kind of dude I am. I got to give y'all something to grapple. I don't want to say something to wrestle with because, that's some other people's gimmick.
You got to pause that. Yes, you do.
Yeah, we'll pause it. Okay, we'll pause. I'll give you that one. I'll let you have that one. We'll pause that one. But check it out. Rudo Lewis Stevens will be defending his XWE Intercontinental Championship against Dwight Hawkins and a mystery opponent. And if you know XWE, you never know who these mystery opponents are going to be.
It could be anybody.
It could be anybody.
It could be your mom.
It could be your mama. And if it is your mama and she's single and
I'm
she
sorry.
still look good, tell her, she can hit me up because I do like moms. I really do. Like, full disclosure, a cougar, it ain't nothing better. I'm just throwing that out there, baby. So it could be your mama, and if she fine, look, man, I could be your homie and your stepdaddy at the same time. I'm just saying. So you never know who is going to be in XWE, and that's what makes XWE such a special show. Ladies and gentlemen, the epic return of Von Hollywood, your diamond champion, will be happening at Cold Day in Hell. The people demanded Hollywood back at XWE, and now Hollywood is back, baby. Who knows? Maybe in the future, we may get a House of Hollywood 2, which is a highly successful classic XWE pay-per-view that y'all can find right here on my channel at CWS Forever. Be sure to go tap in, smash that like button. And it's New Jack's last appearance. And that is a very important show in XWE's history. Nathan Roberts will put his brand new Iron Championship on the line. Now, why don't you explain to everybody what that Iron Man Championship is, Tony?
Well, the Iron Man title is contested under knockout rules, where there's no pinfalls, no submissions. Just the only way the opponent can win the Iron Man title is by knocking out the opponent.
Oh, so you got to get knocked the fuck out. Cool, copy.
Basically.
Well, if they ever put you in there with NTG, I'm sorry, Nathan Roberts is going to get knocked the fuck out. But that's besides the point. I got to go into business for myself. That's what they say I do anyway, so I got to give them what they want, right? Ooh, we pulling the curtain back and pulling the curtain back, pulling the curtain back. Wow, 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 wow.
So now you're going to appease to gimmicks?
You have any gimmicks? You know what gimmicks means, right? You have any on hand? You want to do something? No? Okay. Anyway, shake the bottle, see the locker room run around, or they just play a video game. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we're getting into the weeds here. Nathan Roberts is defending that brand new Iron Man Championship, and I'm telling you all, it's going to be an A-list Hollywood actor. Ain't no strikes going to stop that from happening, baby. An A-lister will be taking on Nathan Roberts, and I'm very much excited.
No AI will be at the event.
And no AI either. Oh, so you're saying you stand with the actors?
Of course.
Good. I like to hear that. At least you're good for something. Now, we're going to have special appearances from CWS faithful. We're going to have legends like the franchise, Shane Douglas, baby. Shane Douglas is back, and he's going to be at Cold Day in Hell. And it's not an XWE show unless you're getting the dark passenger, Blake Jordan. Blake Jordan is back, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be the biggest event you've ever seen. An ultraviolet icon will be returning to XWE. Who will it be? Huh? Who is it going to be? You got to wait and tune in and see, baby. And let me tell you.
Don't forget Casper.
Well, he's going to be in the mix. It wouldn't be XWE if there was no Casper Van Dien, baby. You want to be a legend? You want to live forever? Make sure you watch Cold Day in Hell. And if you all thought that was crazy, we're going to be getting the third ever exploding death match with Rockstone and Messiah. Yes, indeed. You heard me right. The ring will explode in a death match. If that's not worth the price of admission, nothing else is. And I tell you this much, NTG, XWE's world champion, is back, and he will be making an open challenge, and he will be getting some things off his chest. You do not want to miss that. And if you haven't checked it out, check out XWE Exit Wounds. There might be a sequel to that one too. You never know. 2 call-ups from XWE's developmental will be coming on this show. Shane Douglas' protege, Ricky Valiant, takes on Jack Dillon with bonus appearances from The Miz. And y'all must have forgot Captain Hook himself, Hall of Famer, former middleweight, former super middleweight, former light heavyweight, and former heavyweight champion Roy Jones Jr., baby. This is all going down at XWE Cold Day in Hell. And I'm telling you, between Nick Mondo, Shrek, John Zandig, There's so many great things happening. Now, I can keep on talking, but I don't want to, spoil everything. It's going to be a lot of shocking appearances. And when I tell you all, this show is going to be the most stacked show we've ever did, we guarantee it. Oh, and did I tell you? Michael Outsider is going to be on commentary with Booker V and Rudy Djibouti. Did I tell y'all that? Oh yeah,
baby. The old man is back.
The old man is back. It's going to be
hypnotic.
He's sipping that hypnotic, and you know Booker V and you know Michael Outsider, they're there for all of that, baby. Cold day in hell. It's going to be the coldest day in hell. Even I just dropped a quarter on the ground because I was flipping the coin, heads or tails. Heads is a great show. Tails is a classic show. It landed on tails, baby. I don't know what you doing when that show comes out, but the world's got to stop. XWE, sure. Cold day in hell. Von Hollywood. Go ahead.
Speaking of the world, let's address an elephant in the room because we've been lately discussing it for a while now. We finally have gotten worldwide on track.
Is there something you want to tell the people?
Oh, yes. CWS Worldwide, Episode 1, after License to Kill.
Wait a minute. Did you say CWS Worldwide is coming directly after CWS License to Kill?
Oh, yeah.
Bang! You guys hear that? The debut of Worldwide, it's finally happening, baby. And what's the title called, my brother?
It's going to be called Rebirth.
So CWS Worldwide Rebirth will take place directly after CWS License to Kill. We cannot give you the match card because it would spoil things going on at the pay-per-view. It's a well-constructed card. And why don't you give the fans a little insight on the feel of Worldwide, how it's going to differentiate from Warzone, and what are some things that are a mantra there without spoilers, of course. Hype it up a little bit, motherfucker.
Well, Worldwide's going to be slightly different. Warzone's going to be feeling different as well, but this is going to be more darker, more sleazy, more gritty, more adult oriented than Warzone per se. Warzone, you're still going to get mostly everything that you've seen till that point, but there's going to be a little more gaga, a little more theatrics involved going on. Worldwide, you're getting the shit. See, the 1% is an organization. The Cash Cartel is an organization. They got to move these drugs. They got to move this money. They got to clean this. They got to do this.
Allegedly, for any police officers watching.
Allegedly. How do they do that? How are they going to do that? You're going to see a lot of that on Worldwide. You're also going to get more international people on Worldwide. Now, this isn't going to necessarily be a brand split, so you're going to see all your favorites on Warzone that you're going to see on Worldwide. However, certain belts and certain people will be featured more on Worldwide than a Warzone. Don't think of it as a brand split. It's more A and B.
Interesting. Well, since we're announcing that, we might as well drop this nuke on y'all motherfuckers. Check this out. So, Worldwide Episode 1 coming directly after License to Kill. Then we have 2 episodes of Warzone. And then it's time for Halloween Havoc 5, Tales from the Hood. Now, I know you guys are thinking, what's up with that title? So, I'm going to be the first to tell y'all, this is going to be a little bit of a left turn. Halloween Havoc 4, Halloween Havoc 3, those are 2 sequels, Hellbound to the Curse of Thorn. This is a little bit of a left turn, but Halloween Havoc 666 will be the final piece to that trilogy. But we wanted to do something a little different this Halloween, just to give y'all a little different flavor. But this is going to live up to it, and I'm proud to say it's going to be one of our greatest shows. And that's what's on the agenda for the rest of the year. No November, I am not sure what we're going to do in November. I think for all intents and purposes, we will take the month of November off. So August, September, October, we have uploads coming. If anything will be uploaded in November, it's probably going to be a top rank report and maybe some retro stuff because I'm looking to add some of our retro library on this channel. December, we are looking to do a Christmas style special event. More details will come, but that is not finalized yet. And then obviously we do the big return in January to war zones and all that stuff. So that's pretty much what we have for the rest of the year, guys. We have License to Kill. We have Worldwide, 2 war zones. We have Halloween Havoc. We have a bunch of top rank reports, and we're thinking about a Christmas show. Perhaps another Worldwide in there. Perhaps another war zone. But that's where we stop this year for content. Okay, guys? So y'all got it? BWA, Heat in here, License to Kill, Cold Day in Hell. Make sure y'all watch these shows. They're all coming soon.
The next big
coming
three.
Soon.
The next big 3.
Exactly.
Come soon.
I believe Cold Day in Hell will be in August also. If it's not August, I can guarantee it's going to be early September. So all this stuff is pretty much coming out around the same time. We apologize for the delay. Things happen. There's been some issues going on behind the scenes that I'm not going to get into here. We have rectified those issues and we're just focused now on putting the shows out. So, Ledo, do you have any closing remarks? Anything you want to say to the people?
Look, man, for what we got in store, XWE, BWA, CWS, Top Rank as a whole. Remember, those are the 3 brands. XWE, BWA, CWS, top 3. We got a lot in store, especially going beyond the horizon. We ain't gonna hype up nothing just yet, but trust and believe when we have the information, oh yeah, we gonna tell y'all. But enjoy License to Kill, enjoy Heat in here, enjoy Cold Day Now. Have a good time, guys. Enjoy yourselves.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we will be back with a top rank report following License to Kill because I can
We're gonna need that.
Yeah, I can already anticipate the kind of feedback that we're going to receive. And so, what do you guys want to talk about? Be sure to tune into that. I am your host for this event. He is Ledo Polo. Thank you all for tuning in. Hey, smash the like button. Hey, if you're new here, I just want to say thank you so much for being a subscriber, for checking us out. Turn our notifications on. Check the pinned comment. You get the links to our Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, all that good shit. Smash the like button. Subscribe to his channel. That's where you can get BWA. Subscribe to Khan's channel. That's where you can get XWE. And remember, if you didn't hear me say it ain't true. Peace.
Then we got 5 niggas talking game shit, but they ain't really outside. I don't play about the bread, niggas know I'm about mine. I'm the type to follow wherever it's screaming dollar signs. All the say she push be a gay bitch.